Yuki and John's Patreon buffet.
What winter coming from? Why winter?
Winter, Yuki. Fucking winter. Let's talk about fucking winter. This piece of shit. All right, so the reason why I want to talk about fucking winter is because this winter, supposedly, in New York at least, is the longest deep freeze on record for like 65 years. Okay? So we've been in freezing temperatures nonstop for weeks, close to a month now. And I'm starting to get fucking sick of it. I'm ready to jump ship. I'm leaving. I'm going to fucking Colombia. I don't know, somewhere. I'll go to Venezuela.
But last 3 weekends, it's like old snow. You know, I was coming back Saturday, and the moment I came out from the subway station, it's snowing.
Yuki, it was ridiculous. The snow that we had to shovel during that one storm. I don't know if you were here. It was it was a big, huge. They were talking about the winter.
2 weeks ago, one right? 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, then week before we had a big snow back to back, right? I think.
Well, there was one that was huge that came and actually did damage. Not damage, but it left a shitload of snow on the ground. And me and my brother had to shovel. We had a fight with our parents because they were like flipping out because we didn't do it fast enough. It was a whole thing. It was just then our neighbor actually helped and came and you know, because my parents live on a corner. So when we do their property, it's a lot of work because there's a whole back area that by the back door that needs to be done, the whole front area, and then the sidewalk for the pedestrians. Plus our neighbor is elderly, so we always help her dig out of like her driveway. So you get this is the thing that I don't like with heavy snowfall in winter is well, not that there's any other time that there's heavy snowfall, but in when there is, because the last few years we have not had a huge snowstorm like this.
Right.
You're sitting there and you're digging, you're whatever. Our snowblower wasn't working, so we had to do it all with shovels. Luckily, our neighbor came with the snowblower and did some of it. But as soon as you're done with the driveway, the fucking plows come and they plow you right back in. So you have to do it all over again. They come, they go, and they just cover your fucking driveway. And that happened to us. And we were just like, we give up. We give up. Like, why did we do all this if we're just going to fucking get screwed by the plow guy? And the plow guy is in there laughing, going, ah, ha, 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 you know, fucking us over.
No, the city, city, town does it for you, right?
In the street, they do the streets, but when the plow comes and there's so much snow, they put up a blockade of a wall in your driveway path that you just finished. And there's no way that they can avoid that. They have to do it because they have to clear the streets. But it's like, so what's the point? We should just wait until, like, you know, the snow is totally done, or the plows
they don't care about the people's driveways. They just remove the snow from the street.
From the street. And, you know, look, I'm not going to talk shit because the town, they didn't do such a great job this time because there was streets that were messed up for weeks. There's still a couple of streets that's still kind of messed up. Actually, this morning, so because I had to endure, you know, it's like wildly careening between like -1 to -16 to 16 to 11 to, it's just below freezing every fucking day. And I'm starting to get sick of it. But because Liz has to go to work she gets on a 5:11 train a.m. And I feel bad for her because, you know, it's messed up outside and it's dangerous because it's icy and this and that. And it's super cold. So I've been staying up and driving her to the train at 5:11. And then by the time I get back home in bed, fall asleep, it's like 6:30. So I'm on a shitty schedule, man. It's the worst. So I do it because I love her and I don't want her to be in danger and in the snow and in the ice and in the wind and in the freezing. So it's fine, but it's like, all right, let's get this over with. We've been in 2 fucking weeks of deep freeze. Let's get out of this. At least, because I told her, once the temperatures hit 33 Fahrenheit, you're done with the rides, because that ain't freezing no more. 32 is still freezing. 33, you're on your own. I don't care. But this morning, so this was crazy. I guess it got down overnight to enough where it was raining. It wasn't snowing.
Oh.
So it rained last night at like 1 a.m. Then by the time we were ready to leave at like, 4:50, it had frozen again, but it was sleek rain. So everywhere was a sheet of ice. We were slipping.
Oh, my God.
I almost cracked my skull because I walked outside and I didn't expect it. The fucking whole back path is just a sheet of ice, invisible ice. And I went, whoa! And so I had to like hold Liz and guide her to the car, and we went like baby steps. It took us a half hour to get to the car.
Wow.
Dude, it sucked. The ice was terrible. So, but that's what's going to keep happening because there's still all these crazy piles of snow. So what happens is it gets hot enough to melt, but then overnight it goes freezing again, so everything turns to ice. Dude, I am so fucking done. I'm done to the point where even my dad's like ready to go find a house he can live in the winter in some place where it doesn't snow.
But I mean, okay, it's cold. It sucks, but I like snow though.
Oh yeah, Mr. Thing over here. Well, do you have to shovel your property where you are?
No.
Oh yeah, that's why you love it, because you don't have to do nothing. You have everybody serving you. Oh great, Mr. Yuki can be fucking slumbering out in his goddamn apartment while the snowstorm happens. He doesn't have to get harassed about shoveling.
Landlord, did you remember that Nick?
Oh yeah, I remember. He is the dog, right? Pickles.
Yeah, he does it.
You don't help. You don't offer to help. You son of a bitch.
I pay for rent, so you know.
Yeah, that's actually in Astoria. I didn't have to do it because I lived at a bus stop, and somebody was shoveling it. I don't think it was my landlord, but somebody was shoveling that bus stop, and I was just like, great, I don't have to do fucking nothing. This is awesome.
Well, at least when I'm walking and somebody shoveling, I say thank you, at least.
Thank you. Yeah, that's real good.
Yeah.
Buy him a donut or a coffee. You know how hard it is to fucking shovel? I hate it. I hate shoveling. And for some reason, my parents bought these like plastic shovels. The worst. You need the metal. The best shovel ever is the metal plow. It's like a plow, but a small plow that's on a stick, and it's metal. Those are the best. You can get everything off when you need to.
I see.
The ice is where I start to get like I'm so sick of it. Look, you know me. I complain sometimes as I joke and stuff. I'm not joking this time. This is serious. I'm gonna move somewhere where it's never snows.
California?
I guess. I don't want to move back to California because of Gavin Newsom, that piece of shit. But I don't want to move anywhere, Yuki. There's no place I want to go anymore because everyone sucks. The fucking everywhere. Everybody, even the people I know personally are starting to suck. I think that somehow, this is going to get off topic, I'm sure. There was a switch turned on online where everybody started to go nuts this year. I mean, truly crazy. And it's been building. Like, people have been going slightly crazy, a little more crazy. Now people are fucking insane. The only person who's semi-insane is you. You're like eccentric insane, but you're not like totally insane. Or are you?
Well, I don't know. I don't see myself. So
I mean, everything's just going topsy-turvy. Everybody's fucking angry. And I mean, I'm angry, but I'm more angry at the winter than anything else. I'm angry at nature. Everybody's talking about fucking Bad Bunny. Fuck that shit. I don't care. Let him sing at the Super Bowl. I'm fucking mad at Mother Earth for making the winter. Do you remember, Yuki, any like major winter storms in the past? Like, were you here in the 90s for the blizzard of 96?
no, I wasn't here.
Okay, that blizzard, I was in high school. I remember that vividly. That was one of the craziest storms I ever saw. And you know, I was younger then, obviously, and that was easier to deal with because it was like, it was crazier than this storm we just had, but it was awesome because it was like huge piles of snow and it was fun. We built an igloo. It was fun. This one wasn't fun. And then there was one in 2016, I think, that was huge, a huge winter storm.
That one I was here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like, have you ever had to deal with that stuff? Like, does it snow crazy in Japan like this?
Well, we have snow in Tokyo, but not heavy snow.
Not like where you get 18 inches or whatever.
No, it's like maybe, few inches. So, I mean, Tokyo is, but if you go north side or, like Hokkaido, like a North Island, oh my God, it's heavier than New York. So, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for instance, we went up to Syracuse for Christmas to visit Liz's mom. And that whole area is blanketed in snow. But they must have a better infrastructure in place because the roads were great. Every place was plowed, even the like the parking lots were fine. Like they must have a better system because they're used to getting snow constantly. So it was not that bad, but when they had the deep snow here, chaos. You couldn't park anywhere. You couldn't.
It doesn't have a good system. I mean, we have a pretty much snow every year. I mean, doesn't have to be heavy snow, but I mean, we do have snow here. How come the system is so? I mean,
I don't know, man. I remember when I was younger that it was much better in terms of the snow removal and stuff. It might be people just got lazy because honestly, I don't remember a big snowfall in this area of that magnitude. You know, a couple inches here, a couple inches there. But since 2016 was the last so 10 years, maybe people forgot and got lazy and said, "Oh, who cares?"
And then yesterday I was in Times Square, 42nd Street, and then Port Authority. And then the one section of the platform, they blocked it because the melting snow, the water came down to the platform. It's like
shit. So it was melting so bad that the platform was flooding?
Yeah. So they have to block the one section so you couldn't go. I was coming back from uptown, so I have to catch Brooklyn direction, but I couldn't go the platform because they blocked the platform. So I have to went around and then walk couple blocks, then went to another entrance, then get another part of the platform. So that was crazy.
Yeah, some of this stuff, it's like, look, some of it you can't help, so there's certain things that are just going to happen. They're accidents or they're acts of God that the people who deal with the infrastructure, the mayor, et cetera, can't foresee or just it's part of the job. The thing that's crazy is like the have you seen the piles of trash and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty bad. And I know that there's like other mayors who had the piles of trash and this and that, but this seems very strange to be happening during a major storm with walls of trash, and it just looks like nobody gives a fuck anymore.
It's like America is like, not the third world, but sometimes is this New York? It's like looking at the, the village in Africa. It's like
yeah, it's strange because look, everybody. I don't know how it works, right? Like I never really studied politics or socioeconomics or any of that stuff. But I'm pretty sure that there are enough people out there who want to work that you can hire people to do this stuff. But I guess greed or something stops it. Because somebody wants to pick up that trash and get paid to do it. I know it. Like, I guarantee I would do it if I was fucking desperate and I needed a job. I was a janitor. I was all these. So I know that there's people out there who are willing to work to do it. Why it's not getting done? Maybe it's just some sort of a showcase to say, fuck you. Who knows what the fucking reasons are? But to have...
Politicians are spending money for something else.
Which is crazy. I mean, like, everybody, look, everything needs to be dealt with, right? So you need to sometimes cut funding for one thing to do another. It's just like doing a movie budget, right? Sometimes you have a surplus in the catering department, so you move it over to the art department. And I know that's not really always accepted, but that makes sense to me, where if you have extra money here, you move it here, and you need there, da-da-da-da. So I get it. But this is crazy. Like... Why do you have to live in a third world? It's supposedly the most advanced or biggest city in the world. Not biggest city, but it's one of the most lauded cities in the world. How is it a slum?
That's always my question. Like, America is supposed to be number one in the whole world, but here and there, sometimes I see third world thing in this country. So
yeah, it's crazy, and it can't be that's like nobody wants, like, the idea that nobody wants to do it. That is just so ridiculous. There are human beings out there who literally crawl into septic tanks to get paid. So you're telling me somebody doesn't want to pick up a pile of garbage is fucking? It's just not right. It's not true.
Yeah, is that the nationality thing, mentality thing? Like,
I don't know. Maybe it's the winter blues, man. Some people get really depressed during the winter and don't want to do anything.
or I don't want to make myself like a racist, but the third world, if you don't see this, they work hard. Those people, they don't mind picking up the garbage, but like America, I don't mean you, but some white people thinks I'm not gonna touch garbage.
Yuki, there's enough white people out there. They themselves are trash, so they don't have any problem picking up the trash. Trust me. There are enough. Every race, creed, color, there's a section of them who are ready to do the dirty work. It's just the fact. Like, dude, I used to have to pick up dirty tampons off the floor where I worked. Yeah, dude. I mean, I didn't use my hands. I sweeped them up. But I was willing to do that kind of work to get paid. And I got paid pretty good when I was a janitor, but I had to deal with shit, puke, piss, tampons, and I didn't really skeeve it. I mean, I thought it was disgusting, but I did it because I wanted money. Trust me, there are not only white people. It's everybody who wants to get paid, man. And what, like, white people, you know what? We do the dirty work too. We like to do the dirty work sometimes. Some of us are sick in the head.
I don't mean, white people don't do dirty work, but maybe ICE and all immigration people, so we have less people now.
Oh, come on. So you think that you think that so many people have been deported from New York City that there's nobody left to do the garbage work?
I may be exaggerating, but
Yuki, come on.
Maybe I don't know exactly how many, but it may be less than before, that's for sure.
I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah, there's enough people, legal citizens or natural citizens or people who immigrated to the country and didn't avoid getting registered, that there's still people out there. It's not an ice thing, man. Oh well, winter ice. That relates. Maybe it is an icicle, but I don't think it's the.
I know. Usually, I come back from Japan like landing LaGuardia or Newark or JFK, right? This time, I came back through Hawaii, Honolulu.
What? So wait a second. You went Japan to Hawaii and then from Hawaii here?
Yeah.
Holy shit. How long did that take?
Well, layover is a couple of hours, but the thing is, I thought about it. I just didn't want to go big airport, especially New York airport, because immigration, it's so different. Because in Hawaii, immigration officer, they don't ask another question from my answer. He goes, how long you been in Japan? I said, 2 months. And then next question. But LaGuardia, JFK, Newark, I said, how long you been in Japan? 2 months. Why? What are you doing in 2 months in Japan? How come you staying that long? Don't you live here? Like one answer, then another question, just one after another.
I see. So, but in Hawaii, they're a little more just like lenient.
Right, because pretty much 99% of the passenger are Asian.
Okay, so that makes sense. So you had to think in advance. Okay, I don't want to get harassed, so I'll take the extra few hours to go through Hawaii. That makes sense.
So that's why I came, landed in Hawaii. Yeah.
That makes sense. Look, you don't want to be harassed going in and out, and you've lived here long enough. It's like, all right, fucking just let the guy back in. You can see his record. Yeah, like come on, let's fucking leave Yuki alone.
One wrong answer. They put you in the.
Well, what's the wrong answer? Like, so if you said, what are you doing there? Like, you're not allowed to go there and work, right? Or something. Is that really what it is? They don't want you working there?
Yeah, like, let's say, why you are here? Like, you could say, I live here. What do you do? Then wrong answer, like, boyfriend, girlfriend.
Right.
Where you staying? My girlfriend, my boyfriend. What are they doing? Like, they just, then if you mistaken wrong answer, you're done.
God. Yeah, no, that's difficult. Okay, well, good. Well, at least you got back and you're safe and sound and there's no LaGuardia deportations.
Well, that's maybe, I've been traveling, long enough. So I have to think about what's the easiest way, what is the best way, you just always ahead of
Right, yeah. So with winter, Yuki, so you said you like the snow.
Yeah, especially Christmas time. White Christmas is the best.
Okay. You ever eat the snow?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to?
No?
Well, supposedly, I've been seeing these things where people have been like taking snow that was freshly fallen and then they test it, and because there's so many like particles and dirt and smog and fog and all kinds of shit, that when it comes down, the snow is like actually filthy.
Yeah, well, maybe I shouldn't say eat. I taste it, not eating like a shaved ice. It's just like, hey, what's the taste like?
Well, I used to, when I was younger, I haven't done it in years, but I would go, if there was like a fresh patch of snow that was like 3 or 4 inches, I would scoop some ice and then make an iced coffee with the snow.
Taste good?
It did, but now that I know what I was drinking, it don't taste good in my memory. It's like all kinds of fucking filth and dirt and specks of shit, and And I used to do that, or actually a couple of times I would take like, a scoop of ice and then put a little flavoring on it or something and eat it like it was like some sort of a snow cone.
No, yeah. Like you piss, so it's like a lemon flavor.
Lemon flavor? What kind of piss are you? You got lemon piss?
Yeah, I mean color-wise.
Oh, color. All right, because I was going to say, next time I see you, you got to piss in my mouth and see if this works. If you got lemon pee, But, Yuki, one time I peed my name in the snow. And
How can you do that? Because it's difficult, right? You have to stop at some point.
So it was in my friend had a huge New Year's Eve party in like 2002 or 2003. And it had just snowed and his whole backyard was just like a flat, beautiful, untouched place of snow. And we all got very drunk and people were peeing outside and all that stuff. But I was like, I'm going to write my name in the fucking snow. So I wrote it and I did it in cursive. My name, John, and it came out perfect. It looked like my signature because I did it in an unbroken stream. Because it's cursive, it's all connected. So I didn't have to start and stop. I didn't do print. I did, script.
Wow.
And it said John. And and so this is funny. So he got in big trouble because he had that party. His parents were away and he didn't tell his parents. He had like 70 people. I mean, it was a crazy, huge party. And we all got so drunk that everybody forgot that I peed my name in the snow. So we didn't cover it up or anything. We just left it there so the backyard said John. And his parents came home like, the day after New Year's Day. And they had a huge fight. They were yelling and screaming. And they were fighting. The place was a mess. And my friend was an idiot because he didn't clean good enough. And he said he was up in his bedroom listening to his parents fight downstairs. And he looked out the window and he just saw my name in the snow, John, and piss. And he was like, fuck, I got to get down there and get rid of that shit before they see that, because that would be like nuclear. They would kill somebody if they saw that. So he like...
Those later stayed that long?
It stayed for... Yeah, because it was one of those snows that was like, frozen and encapsulated. And it was in the yard on the lawn. So it wasn't like anybody was really walking out there or too much, because there was a big deck that we were all hanging out on, so we weren't on like the actual grass, so it was like untouched. So he like had to sneak down past his parents who wanted to kill him, make an excuse to go outside, and then like stamp out the name so that they didn't see it. But he said it was huge. It was like 5 feet of just John in yellow. We were idiots. We were fucking morons.
So it sounds like risky business.
Yeah, man. My friends and I had some crazy big parties like that. Like we had, it wasn't all a movie. When you tell the stories, it sounds like a movie. But yeah, we had big parties and we would get in trouble and we would do fucking moronic things like piss our names in cursive in the snow and forget that we did it.
Did you have a hooker?
Hooker? No. My friends, in my hometown, we had a lot of people, and so it was like all groups of people from like, throughout like 3 or 4 grades worth of people that we would all hang out with. So there were always girls and stuff. No, we wouldn't get hookers, but we would get town hooers. No, I'm just joking. But we.
Anybody have sex in his parents' bed?
That I don't know. I was never a disrespectful person, so I would never do that to somebody. But I'm sure somebody at some point did. I mean, I told you the story about the guy I knew who had sex in my bed and I got revenge on him. So I'm sure that happened, but I never did that. Because at that time I had a girlfriend. I was with her for 5 years, and I don't remember what year this was. So we were, we weren't like running off and like, oh, we got to have sex at this party. No, we were having a good time at the party and whatever. So it wasn't like, like I feel like that happens more when you meet somebody at a party and you want to hook up immediately as opposed to somebody who you're with for a long time.
Oh, I see.
If
somebody was been wrong time and no need to do that.
You don't need to do it. You do it later. You do it at home. You do it. It's like.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny that same night, I told my girlfriend, I was like, we have to walk home, because it was like the snowfall happened on New Year's Eve. And it fucking came down so much that while we were at the party, we got like 5 inches, 6 inches of snow. That's why everything was like covered. And we had to walk home because there was nobody was driving to the party. Everybody was getting fucking hammered. We were close enough that we could walk. It was like a 5-minute walk. And what were we going to do? But of course she was like, oh, no, it's not going to be that bad. There's going to be no snow, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to wear my heels. And I was like, listen, please, for the love of God, bring boots. Please bring boots. And she was like, okay, I'll bring boots. And didn't. So we had to walk. She had to walk home in the fucking heels. And I was like, look, I'll carry you. So I had to fucking piggyback her home from there because she was so stubborn and wanted to wear heels to this party. I'm like, nobody gives a fuck. Bring boots. It's going to be 5 inches of snow. But no, fashion first. You can. People don't listen. It's like, yeah, you look great in the heels, but you could have brought a bag with the boots and a bag with the heels and changed at the party. And then when it's time to walk home, you change back.
Right.
And this was before the age of Uber and all that shit, so it wasn't like we could just call an Uber. This is like 2002 or 3. So, yeah, I made a song up about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I sang a song about her being frozen. She didn't like it.
Oh.
I can't say her name, but I was like, it was her name, and she's like, she's a frozen girl, and I. She didn't like it. She didn't listen. You got to listen sometimes. Sometimes people know what they're talking about. So Yuki, with what else with winter? Any thoughts about winter?
I mean, I like California, but it's so boring. They don't have a season. So winter is cold, but, I like snow. Spring, summer, fall, winter. I like 4 seasons and, one season like California, LA. That's kind of sucks. I mean, in a way, nice. All year you can spend, time with wearing T-shirts and jeans, but it's kind of boring.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I do like the changing of the winter into fall, or fall into winter, into spring, into summer. I like the different seasons. But you know what? I'll just complain anyway because all of a sudden, spring is too short, summer's too hot, autumn's too short, winter's too cold. Anytime it's happening, I'm complaining. I'm a piece of shit.
But that's what the season. You change the clothes. You change the, food. But in California, we live in Los Angeles before. It's kind of boring. It's just like just one. Everything is just one way. California, Los Angeles.
Yeah, two weeks of rain, and then the rest of the year is sunshine, essentially.
It's just always beach. When people go to a mountain, they love the beach more than mountain, right? Probably.
Yeah, but there's mountains and stuff in California that you could get to within an hour and a half or an hour. And then California has basically every climate within 2 hours.
Oh, Big Bear. If you want to go mountain, you go Big Bear, hour and 30 minutes. And beach, Santa Monica, Venice Beach. If you go north, there is Mojave Desert.
Yeah, you got the desert, you got the sequoias up there, you got the redwoods, you got what else? You got. I'm sure there's all sorts of like springs and hot springs and all that sort of stuff. There's every climate. You got the beautiful wine country with all the vineyards. It's everything. Mountains, caves, valleys. California's got it all.
Now, I'm in New York. I think New York, upstate New York, more beautiful than.
I like upstate New York. I think it's really nice. It's just, there's so much of it, you don't really know where to land.
Right. Lake, river, gorge. I mean, it's just, there are more stuff to look at it, I think.
Do you ever ski?
I was kid, then I didn't continue.
You ever ice skate?
Well, that was the time I did it, but I didn't continue. Because, skate and then ski, those are expensive sports.
Yeah, you need to have the equipment. I mean, I used to rent skates when I would go ice skating, or rent skis when I would go skiing. And it was cool. I liked skiing a lot, but I haven't been in at least 10 years. And I never snowboarded, but I liked skiing a lot, and I think I was pretty good at it for a beginner. But yeah, it was, you're right. It's kind of an expensive thing. You need the ski lift pass. You need the
Because, when I start doing it, all the rental, skate or ski. But then, the more you try to do it, will cost more. Okay, now, you grow up, so you need longer ski. And then you go ski. Especially if you live in Tokyo, it's really, really like a big trip. We go skiing this weekend. Well, how many days? And then we go by train, stay in the hotel, and then ski all day, 4 or 5 days. And it's like a huge thing. It's not just, going to theme park. No. So It's really expensive sports.
Expensive sports, but it's fun. I like the when you breathe in the mountain air and you're up there and you say, "Wow, this is nice. I'm getting the fresh mountain air. No more pollution in my lungs. I smell the snow."
Right.
You ever smell the snow? You ever stand outside right before a snowstorm and you breathe in and you sort of smell like a different scent?
Really?
Yeah, it's like there's like some sort of an ionization or something in the air. You could sort of smell it coming. You never do that?
No.
I kind of get that. Like, I have a pretty good sense of smell, and I could sort of smell like the atoms or something running around.
You could tell snowstorm is coming.
Like, I wouldn't be well, sort of. Yeah, you could. There's some sort of a scent to it that you're like, oh, there's a scent of snow. The scent of snow. Is that a title? That should be the title of like a romance novel. The Scent of Snow. Yuki falls in love with a skiing woman who teaches him how to ski again and gives it all to him for free, and that's why he falls in love. The Scent of Snow by John Brennan.
Title, yeah, Scent of Snow.
You ever see? Okay, what about some winter movies? Like, you ever see that movie, The Cutting Edge, where they're the ice skating? You see that?
Yeah.
I like that movie. I thought that was actually a good movie. It's a good romantic comedy about a hockey player who, for some reason, can't play hockey anymore, and a really professional figure skater, and they come together in the figure skating team to play in the Olympics, and they have like fights and they hate each other, but then they fall in love.
Who was that girl?
Moira something. Moira Kelly?
Moira Kelly?
Yeah, she was she had a few movies in the early 90s. She was in that movie with Joe Pesci, and she had stuff. She was around, but yeah, Moira Kelly, I think it was her name. And then the other guy was like D.B. Sweeney.
D.B. Sweeney, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I thought the Cutting Edge is like a really good, solid romantic comedy. I thought it was funny and fun. What about, what other winter movies are there?
I don't know if it's a winter movie, but I like the what was that? Slapshot.
Oh, Slapshot's the best. I've watched Slapshot so many times. It's so good. It's like so fucking good.
Don't you like those three brothers? What the crazy?
Yeah, what the hell are their names? The Hanson brothers? Are they the Hansons?
With glasses.
They just beat the fuck out of everybody. I love Slapshot. I think that's a underrated movie in the modern times. I know that it was a big hit back then, but I feel like a lot of modern like kids and stuff don't know about it, and that they would love it. That's like up there to me with Caddyshack, any of those comedies.
Right. And then it's a good movie still, right? I mean,
yeah, not only is it funny, but it's actually a really well-made movie. It's the guy George Roy Hill who did The Sting and all sorts of other movies. He did that movie with Paul Newman, and it's got a good pedigree. It's like not a bad-made movie. It's not a cheap movie.
yeah.
Obviously The Shining, the end of The Shining when Jack Nicholson, George Nicholson is his brother. He's frozen. That's fucking iconic. Winter.
And then Mighty Ducks.
The Mighty Ducks. That's another ski movie. Ski. Fuck. What am I saying? It's a ice skating movie. Hockey.
And then Sudden Death. That's the action movie, but it's
oh shit! Yeah, that's hockey. Oh, you know what's a good winter movie? Ice Storm. The Ice Storm by Ang Lee.
yeah, Elijah Wood, right?
Elijah Wood, Tobey Maguire, Sigourney Weaver, Kevin Kline. I mean, it's a Christina Ricci. It's a packed cast.
Yes, it's a good movie.
That makes me feel very wintry, because you ever see the when it's an ice storm. It's not even a snowstorm. Everything gets encased in ice, like all the trees and stuff, so it looks like glass. I remember that happening a few times when I was a kid, and that's some freaky looking stuff, and that's sort of what happens in that movie.
And then Home Alone.
Oh yeah, Home Alone's of course a wintry Wonderland, Christmas, and all that sort of stuff. Sleigh riding and.
I heard it's a winter movie.
Not really. Like, I agree it's Christmas. I definitely agree it's a Christmas themed. But I don't think it's winter because it's California, man.
That's true. Die Hard 2 is more Christmas. I mean,
Die Hard 2 is covered in snow. I mean, that I remember that scene was making me freezing in the theater when he's like out there with the fire and he's trying to help the plane land with the fucking fire sticks. That's crazy looking, that movie with the snow. Airport? The George Kennedy?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Airport. Shit. I haven't seen that movie since I'm a kid.
No, that was like a long time ago. But there was Washington, D.C., the airport got, the plane stuck in the snow, and then this bomb is in another plane and that kind of stuff.
All right. The ultimate winter movie, I think, is The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing with Kurt Russell. You are under 1 billion miles of ice and snow and winter, and you're just in the middle of nowhere. Terrible.
I heard, not the prequel or not the sequel, I heard the rumor somebody's remake or reboot is the Thing.
Yeah, they did like a prequel, sequel, remake version in like 2011 or something. It was okay, whatever. It wasn't the worst. It wasn't the best.
So similar. It's like Elizabeth something was in it.
Yeah, I forgot her name, Mary Elizabeth Winstead. But I heard in an interview with John Carpenter recently, he said that they're developing a sequel to The Thing.
Sequel? Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know. I hope they don't do a direct sequel because, like, just leave the first one alone and do it where, like, The Thing really has been frozen in Antarctica since the shit went down with Kurt Russell, and somebody unfreezes it and it gets loose in America or something. Like, they shouldn't do it continuing from the other story.
Yeah, but the prequel was pretty much same to me, it's just a prequel.
Yeah, a prequel, a movie with worse special effects. That's all that movie was. The same movie with bad special effects.
Sequel, so what? The like a directly after the movie or years later,
Well, back in, I was listening to a podcast where they explained that they had written a mini-series sequel to The Thing, and it was all about how The Thing got loose in the American countryside for somehow. So maybe they took a sample or something, and it was all about how The Thing slowly spread across America. Which I like that idea because it makes it bigger and it doesn't contain. It's the opposite of the first one, which is contained in one space. You make the sequel where it's all about the spread, the actual spread. I think that's fucking. It's a zombie movie, but it's cool because it's like, The Thing. You can't trust The Thing. You can't trust the people around you. It's almost like an Invasion of the Body Snatchers type of thing. It doesn't have to be as crazy as a zombie movie. It could be more psychological where you can't trust your friends and neighbors, and it's cool.
So it's more close to Body Snatcher then.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the version that they're doing with the sequel. Maybe they will, but I don't know. I thought it sounded cool. So
it doesn't have to be winter though, right? I mean, it could be a summer.
I think it should be the opposite. It should be like hot. It should be in the desert. That'd be great. The Thing in the desert. All right, any other final thoughts on winter, Yuki? Winter. That was what this topic was, and we went all over the place.
Were you taping this?
What the fuck do you think we're doing? What are we here for?
I know we're talking about. I didn't hear you say, okay, let's start or let's tape or.
What do you mean? We said winter's the topic, and we just talked for an hour about winter, and then we didn't record it. We're going to do a whole second episode.
No, I just have to make sure, that since I noticed when, you hit the button, so, okay.
Wow, it's interesting that you thought we were just talking. That all of that was just for fun.
So season is good. I mean, let's say I like spring, fall, but I like summer, winter too. So I really like a fall season. So now, after years of living in California, Los Angeles, now I really enjoying fall season. And I know it sucks, but I enjoy snow. I mean, it's really, I don't mind the snow, it's cold, but it's snow, and then it's better than rain. Yeah.
It's better than rain. That's another title for a romance starring Yuki Nakamura, falls in love with a beautiful ice skating woman. And
End of the snow, and then better than rain.
Yeah. That's the two Yuki Nakamura romance novels. It's The Scent of Snow and It's Better Than Rain. Oh, we got it. And you're gonna be the star. All right, well, we'll see everybody next time here at the
John and the Yuki buffet.
Winter Buffet. And you know what? It better get hot soon or else I'm moving to fucking Florida.
Yes, buffet. Yeah, the people eat the chicken soup. or beef stew. Yeah.
Yuki and John, patriot of birth.